Rebecca here with NC Beer Explorer, and today I'm here with Van, who is the brewer at Front Street Brewing, which we have been to in Wilmington many times. This is our first time here on an official visit, so we're so glad to have you today. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just
Yeah,
finished up a long week of work, and it's Friday, and it's nice getting to talk to you guys and kind
yeah.
of present us as a business a little bit more.
Yeah, we
So,
met you at the Brewers Guild conference this last fall, and we had a nice chat. And we talked about the fact that some employees had taken ownership of the Front Street Brewing. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and tell our audience?
yeah, so we had our operations manager and our restaurant manager who have both been here combined. It's probably over 20 years
Oh my
easily.
gosh, really?
So they've been, and Josh in particular has worked all the way from the kitchen up to restaurant manager.
Yeah.
So he knows all of the ins and outs of the business, what needs to happen, and they were able to purchase 25% a piece of the business. So having them in house with that kind of knowledge and
Yeah.
our other owner, we can make things happen a little bit quicker because they know what we need
Yeah.
and when we need it and
Yeah.
time. So it's actually helped out a lot. And we've been in this for about a year now,
Okay.
and we've already changed a little bit of the beer production line. We just pumped out new menus last week
Oh,
with some
that's exciting.
different food options on there, just
Okay.
trying to modernize and bring things up a little bit more.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm really excited about the new menu because honestly, our first exposure to this was mainly as a food venue. But I'll come back to that in a minute. I want to ask you a little bit about your background. You mentioned how long some of the owners have been here, the you know part
Yeah.
owners. How long have you been here, and what was your background?
So originally I was up in Boone, North Carolina. So
Oh, I
I
love
yeah, oh, I do too. It's one of my favorite places in
Lost
the world.
Province. Just saying.
Yeah, or Booneshine. Boonshine's pretty great as
Yes,
well.
yes, yeah.
But so I graduated from App State, and then I stayed up there for about 6 years afterwards. Moved down to Wilmington on a whim,
Hmm.
and I'd actually never homebrewed. I had a huge appreciation for beer and craft beer,
Hmm.
so I'd actually started a beer glass collection about a decade ago.
Oh
And
wow.
so that's one of my things. As I'm traveling across the country, I'll grab a beer glass from anywhere
Yeah.
I'm at. So I'm up to probably 80 to 85 now,
Oh wow.
but no prior knowledge of brewing
Okay.
other than just an appreciation.
Hmm.
And they had a position open here, so I started, learned everything on the job, and it was actually supposed to be a temporary job just for fun.
Hmm.
And I kind of fell in love with the craft, fell
Yeah.
in love with learning more about all of it, and then slowly worked my way into the head brewer position.
Oh, that's terrific. Good for you. Well, we're certainly glad, and we can't wait to try some of your stuff. I mentioned just a minute ago that we kind of like first saw this as a food venue and then realized there's great beer happening here too. How would you explain the balance between being like a restaurant and hospitality venue versus a brewery? Is it brewery first? Is it food first? How would you describe it?
So for a long time, we were actually more food focused. The brewery kind of sat in the background. Actually, the amount of people that have walked through that door and just asked, it's like, oh, you guys make beer too? We're like, yeah, it's in the name. But
Yeah.
so that's was one of the main attractions for a long time. But especially since Sam and Josh have both taken part ownership,
Yeah.
we've tried to really push that forward a lot
Oh,
more
good.
to let everybody know we are a brewery. We do all our own beer. We're a production facility. We do some small distribution out here and there,
Yeah.
and trying to find more of a balance between everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just noticing how many tanks you've got. Is this your main production facility or do you have another one or?
So what we have here is actually more of our showroom out front.
Okay.
So everything is functional.
Yeah.
And we do have 4 fermenters up front and our nice brew house set up, but we have a cellar in the back.
Okay.
And that's where the rest of our fermentation program is and where our whole barrel age program and everything like that.
Okay.
So we kind of keep that in the back so we can do all the dirty work that we do. And then we keep all this up here nice and clean.
It
So
is nice and clean and pretty, very coppery. Yeah.
yeah. So anytime people walk through, they can check everything out.
What are you drinking right now and what do you like?
Ooh, on draft right now, my favorite's probably Azalea Fest.
Ooh.
It's just a classic Golden Fest lager. Really easy drinking, a slight nice amount of maltiness on the back end without being overpowered by hops.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite styles and one of my favorite styles to produce.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just easy drinking beer,
I
as
love
I
an easy
describe it.
drinking beer with a little floral note. That sounds
Yeah,
like, yeah, yeah. So, how do you keep a balance between your seasonal beers and your flagships? How do you kind of plan that ramp?
that's a really good question. So we have our flagship lineup, which unfortunately kind of covers all the bases. So we have an ESB, our amber beer. We've got our Scottish ale, a darker
Mm-hmm.
IPA, raspberry wheat, and our Pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, we have almost everything for every customer.
Yeah.
So trying to fill in the slots on the seasonal, I try to do it more seasonality wise,
Mm-hmm.
and actually listen a lot to the servers as to what people are wanting.
Yeah.
So and I've kind of picked up over the past 3 or 4 years, like when to start pushing stuff out and creating production.
Yeah.
It's like this time of year, especially being in a beach town, people really want a good sour. They want something fruity, something hoppy, but maybe a little bit on the lighter side. I'm actually producing its Van's Very Light Lager.
Okay.
That's the only beer I've ever actually put my name on, and we're going to do the third iteration of it.
Uh-huh.
And so things that are sitting on the lighter side of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of where people's taste buds are, I guess, a little bit right now in this moment, but also just in a beach town, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we certainly found that to be true in the Outer Banks. So, well, thank you for spending time with us talking today. We're pretty excited to try some of the beers,
Yeah.
try some of the new menu, and that's it. Bye, y'all.